So hello gamers, today I'm going to be showing you the top 10 features that I think that they should add to Phantom Forces. Make sure to watch till the end and then comment your features down below if I missed any, but yeah, let's get into it. Another thing before I actually start talking about this is that if you use two green lasers on the foul pair of shorty, they put them together and makes it like a really green beam, as you can see. Like this is one and that's two. You can see it's a huge difference, so that's a really cool feature. Was it meant to be in the game? Probably not, but who cares? The number 10 spot though goes to equipment. This doesn't deserve to go in like number 1 because like Stylus says that they're probably not going to add it, but it would be a pretty nice feature. This would be things like C4, maybe mobile respawn beacons, stuff like that. Maybe a stim that allows you to heal really fast. Stuff that would just be really cool to have, you know, some cool equipment that you could actually select and like do different stuff with. But yeah, comment your equipment ideas down below. Maybe there could be like a jetpack or something. I don't know. Give me your ideas down below. Maybe you'll make a top 10 equipment ideas or something like that. The next feature though is a really cool feature that I want them to add to the game. It's called legendary skins, I'd say. Something like that. It could be called anything, honestly. So you know how there's skins on guns, right? And any skin can go on any gun. Imagine if there was a legendary skin for every gun in the game. This could be from a certain case, so that way you wouldn't lose any melees. But the legendary skin for every gun should be very specific to the gun. For example, let's say there's an OM skin. The legendary skin on the OM could be like Dragon Lore, like the OP Dragon Lore from CS or something like that. It could be a reference to a different game like that. It could just be a cool skin for that gun. But I think it would be really cool because if you have a favorite gun, you can go for the legendary skin on that gun. Maybe it's a mastery thing for having enough kills. Like perhaps you have to get like 5,000 kills on a gun and you can't pre-buy the skin, but once you get enough kills, you unlock your mastery camo or something like that. And it's only that one skin, so it would be Dragon Lore on the OP if you get enough kills, or I mean the OM. Next up is something that people have been asking for a pretty long time. This is the ability to have cosmetic items in the game, and this would be pretty interesting because you could have, I don't know, special helmets, special shirts and pants that you could wear instead of just having one uniform. I would really like to see some like Spec Ops night vision goggles. They don't have to work or anything, but it would be cool to have them, you know? If you have a cosmetic item idea, just let me know because I do want to know what people think would be a cool cosmetic item because there's so many that they could add. Next up is a pretty simple feature, but it would be a very nice quality of life thing. Oh, that was a nice flick. So let's say your enemy is like, I don't know, in a hallway next to you, right? And they're really close to you, but you don't really know where they are or something. And if you go around the corner, you'll probably die to them. But let's say they reload. You don't know if they're reloading or not. Maybe you can guess, but imagine you could hear them reloading. It wouldn't be super loud, but people with headphones could probably be able to hear it from close up and be able to tell when they're ready to attack the person because they're reloading and they're vulnerable then. It would just be cool to be able to hear enemy reloads. It makes sense. Reloading in this game has noises, but you can't really hear the other people reloading. And the next feature is pretty simple. It is simply that recoil does not continue to go up in this game. If I start shooting, see, it just keeps going up and then like it just stops here. Unlike in other games where it just keeps going up continuously. I think they should make recoil just continuously go up in my opinion. If recoil just kept going up, it would be cool. Like recoil would be a little bit more skill based instead of just kind of hanging out wherever it wants to go. And then if you hit shots, you hit shots, which I find to be a little bit less skill based. Oh, hey, spirals. Oh. Next up is an actual squads feature. Maybe a 4-person team that you can actually deploy with. Their dots would be green instead of blue. And that's a way that you could actually like, you know, play with your friends and actually go off together. It would be nice to have that as a feature. I don't know. It'd be really cool to have squads that you could play with. If all of your friends want to just hang out together and like play the game, get a lot of kills because you're all 4 of you guys are playing together and hanging out as a squad, it would be really cool. There should also be a feature where you all squad up together, and if you all ready up, you all deploy together in the exact same spawn. And another feature you could add is actually make it so you can't deploy on any of your team except your squad. Have you ever had like 6 people deploy on one person in front of you? It's kind of annoying when that happens, and this way it's only a maximum of 3 people, which I think would be better, and it wouldn't happen all the time anyways. What do you guys think about it though? I think it's a good idea to have squads. They're in like Battlefield games, so they should be in this game. This is at its heart like kind of a Battlefield knockoff. Obviously it's a lot different from Battlefield, but you know what I mean. It's like small map Battlefield, more of an arcade shooter, I'd say. More of like a constant fighting thing. Squads I think would add a little bit more team-based play to the game and more of just playing with your friends, which would be really fun, honestly. More of a way to play with your friends, because when I play with friends in this game, we don't really like, it's not like we're really playing together. There's not a lot of things that you can just do to play with your friends. It spirals. Okay, we're going knife only. Actually, that's a lot of people. That does it for the squad mate idea though. Oh, that's bad. And number 3 though, we got custom fonts, custom crosshairs, and custom skyboxes. This is already kind of a feature, quote unquote, because it's not really a feature in the game. People do it, but it might technically be breaking the rules. I don't know if Roblox has a rule about it, but it does involve changing your client. I don't personally do it, but I see a lot of people doing it. You can change your font and stuff, which is pretty cool, but I do like the default font. But anyways, you can change your font and stuff, and they can make it a feature in the game. There is sort of a feature that kind of works like that. It's called the daylight cycle on and off toggle. You can make it so it's always daytime, and I always run that. Like most people who sweat in this game run it, but I just run it because I don't like when it's night. I mean, it looks nice, but it's really hard to see. There's also a reticle that I use a lot in like other games that's not in this game. And if I could change the reticle type of like the coyote from a dot to, I can't remember what that's called. You know the triangle that's like only the top 2 bits of the triangle? It's like a delta type, but it's not colored in at all. And it doesn't have the bottom line of the triangle. That's what I want. But yeah, what do you guys think about that? They can also make it so you have a few different font types that you can use, because I see a lot of people change the font that shows kills and stuff. Maybe you can change the color of the font. Another cool thing would be to add like not only optic colors, but actual crosshair colors, because right now it's only like the white crosshair. Imagine having a purple crosshair when you hit fire and stuff. It would be cool. I would definitely use purple if they had it. And at the number 2 spot, I have one that I really want in this game, which is basically half a melee buff and half a, I guess, another buff. First off, make it so melees have a very fast walk speed, because right now you can get guns to have melee walk speed. For example, the P90 with Civimag has that. I believe the MP5K/10, which I'm using right now, does. You run like as fast as a melee, which is kind of stupid. I want to make it so you can actually use melees, actually pop off with them. And another feature where you can opt to not have a gun, only a melee, but run even faster. So yeah, basically run a lot faster. Maybe backstabs become easier on some melees, and also just change the balancing for melees because some of them are not that good. This is a bad example, but basically the jade key and the tactical spatula are exactly the same, except the tactical spatula has a better range. So basically the tactical spatula is just better. So yeah, change the balancing a bit, maybe add something more to them. And then finally, add the ability to throw knives. Only knife type ones should be throwable. Maybe buff the big ones that can't be thrown as a way to balance them. And yeah, it would be really cool to be able to throw a knife. It would have a lot of drop, not throw that far, but one shot. And there should be a hotkey for them, like maybe remove F from the features. You know, the thing that just makes you use your melee. Maybe for bigger melees, it still does what the old F thing does. Oh my god. But the smaller melees get thrown when you do that, like this. But just for a fun feature, it'd be really cool to have that. Just being able to throw your knife at people, that'd be awesome. And as the number 1 spot, because I want this so bad, it's such a simple change. Have you ever played a round of Phantom Forces with your friend? Or maybe 4 in a row where you don't get on the same team? I want to abolish that. People should be able to opt to play on the same team. I know that would be kind of unbalanced though, actually, now that I think about it. They would need to have some way of balancing it. If it's me and somebody else who's not really that good, and we just want to play together because it's more fun, it won't be that bad. But if it's 2 insanely good players, it might be, you know, it might be unbalanced. Maybe make it if your KD or rank like combined is super high, then you're not allowed to be together, because that would be kind of unbalanced. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that, but I would really like that in the game. It really sucks because I do want to play with my friends, like on the same team usually. But Phantom Force's game balancing is never like, oh no, you can't play with your friend, even if my friend is like rank 20. But yeah, anyways, gamers, that was the top 10 new features I want them to add to Phantom Forces. I think this turned out pretty interesting. A lot of these features aren't even that game changing. That's why I put so many small ones on the list, is because I want them to add these things. And features like custom crosshairs and stuff are not that difficult to add, or, you know, being able to hear other people's reloads. It would just be really nice to have those features. But yeah, make sure to comment your features down below, but I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.